A couple longed for a child. That was all they ever wanted, and God blessed. And the child came, but the child wasn't theirs. The child belonged to God. A young couple not expecting God to come this way, not expecting their first child to be this way, but the child comes and they ponder these things in their heart, but knowing that years later, a sword's gonna pierce your heart as the sword pierces his heart. Listen, what are you saying? Listen, these children came, but they didn't belong to the parents. And yes, I might be speaking to somebody who holds their child too close, but I'm also speaking to someone who holds that dream too close. Holds that ministry too close, that job too close, that spouse too close, that thing that you've always prayed for, that thing that you've always wanted, that thing that is the God in your life. You hold it too close, and God says, it's mine, not yours. It's for my glory, not your glory. John was not to the glory of Zacharias and Elizabeth. He was to the glory of God. Jesus was not to the glory of Mary and Joseph, but to the glory of God, because he is God. That thing that God has given you, your wealth, your children, your job, your status, your reputation, it's for the glory of God, not your glory. Get your name out of it. You're living for his glory. The problem why life isn't working out for you is because you're glorifying yourself instead of glorifying God. Ask yourself, if life isn't working out, is it not working out because I'm not getting glory or because God's not getting glory? What are you upset about? It's not working out the way I want. Imagine if Elizabeth looked at John and said, why don't you stay out of the desert? You can get God in the temple. That's not where he was supposed to be. Mary and Joseph actually say that. What are you doing here, boy? We done left the temple. We're headed back home. Why are you here? He said, I'm about my Father's business. At what point will you look at your life and say, God, why is my life working out like this? And God will say, it's about my business. It's my glory. That's why your life is working out like this. I'm trying to purge you out of your life. I'm trying to get you to understand it was never your life. It's always been my life. How you living my life? How are you living my life? The breath that you are breathing, that I gave to you, what are you doing with it? The thoughts that you are thinking, that I gave you the ability to think, what are you doing with it? The resources that I gave you to glorify me, what are you doing with it? The gifts and the talent that I gave you to glorify me amongst my people, what are you doing with it? The time that you have to do so many things and accomplish so many things, what are you doing with it? God said, I want your worship. I want your heart. That is your sacrifice. That is your sacrifice. Because it's so easy for us to put in enough time to please the people, but are you putting in enough time to please God? It's so easy for us to throw enough money in there in a basket to please people, but are you pleasing God? It's so easy to do enough to impress people, but are you glorifying God? Be careful when people lift your name up in lights and pat you on the back and tell you how great you're doing. Be careful how you're living. Because if the world loves you, it's probably because you're worshiping the world. You're doing what the world thinks is great. I'd rather God love you. I'd rather God love you. These two children were born. These two children grew in God, apart from their parents. These two children died glorifying God in their 30s. John was about 31 years old when he was beheaded by Herod. Why was he beheaded? Because he stood for the truth. He preached righteousness. He preached holiness. He preached sanctification. And he told the king, you ought not have your brother's wife. And he was beheaded. Nobody came to his aid Nobody came to his defense. They loved John when he was out there baptizing people in the Jordan. The Pharisees loved him. The people loved him. They loved him. But when he was taken captive by Herod, nobody came to his defense. And he was beheaded, serving God. What I want you to understand, in this world, you will have tribulations, but be of good cheer. Jesus has overcome the world. And many churches around the world will clap and shout at that because I'm an overcomer and my finances are going to shoot up. I'm going to break through this glass ceiling. It's going to finally happen for me. No, he wasn't talking about the things of this world. He's saying, I have transcended this world. My kingdom is greater than this world. I don't need the things of this world. I've overcome that. I use these things to bring glory to God. I don't need these things to be in the glory of God. I use these things to bring glory to God. I don't need these things to be in the glory of God. So many of us need life to go just right or I can't see God. That's dead religion. There are people right now, this day, worshiping God in grass huts, in open air, in 100-degree heat, and their hands are lifted high, and their hearts are crying out to God, and it's not convenient. They're sitting on a hot rock, but we sit in air-conditioned buildings, and we still can't see God because I want to upgrade my cell phone, and that's all I can think about during service. Listen, in my last couple of seconds, I want you to understand this. Worship is sacrifice. Worship means I don't grow up in the temple. I grew up in the wilderness. Yeah. My dad, he was a priest in the temple, and he gave the sacrifice for Israel. But for John, I grew up in the wilderness, and I glorify God. Totally countercultural. Not at all what the people would think. Jesus, a carpenter's son, he grows up, and he steps out, and he does what he's not a Pharisee, he's not a priest, but he's God. And he follows the will, the plan, and the purpose of God. And neither one of them do they ever ask, God, what is your plan for my life? They simply follow God's plan. It's not about, God, what have you called me to? I just go because you called. Too many of us want to know in advance, God, what are you calling me to? He's calling you to a relationship with him. Come alongside him and do whatever he asks you to do. Well, what is my title? Is it apostle? Is it bishop? Is it pastor? Is it psalmist? What is my title? What are you calling me to? I won't come. I won't go unless you give me a title. I won't go unless my name is in lights. I won't go unless somebody goes before me. Nobody went before John. There was no path before John. He made the path. And God is calling you to the same thing. He's not calling you to be like anybody other than him. He's not calling you to your plan. He's calling you to his plan. Come alongside and do whatever God calls you to. No title necessary. The only title you get is servant, slave, child. Because he is king. He is God. Every head bowed.